Guys, today I'm making a positive video. Oh my god, Liam making a positive video? No way, it can't be him. He must be taking something, dude. Oh my god. Anyways, in today's video, I want to talk about the upcoming Nightmare update. Spark and Artie have talked about this. Artie's talked about it, via streams and within the Discord. And Spark actually put out like an announcement within the Nightmare tab of the official Wizard101 Discord. And I'll put that up on screen right now and we can read it together and talk about it together. And I want to say, generally, this is a good thing. KI responding pretty quickly. Now, I'm really hoping we don't have to wait like a week or 2 or 3 or a month before we see it. But he did say within like the next week or whatever. So probably this week we'll see the update, which again, good response time, good speed. We need more updates fast like this in the game in general. Keep it up. Good job, KI. No way Liam's gonna have an entire video where he's being positive and not negative. Surely, right, guys? Generally, if I just sit here and I'm like, oh, everything's fine, sunshine and rainbows, the game is fine, I'm not gonna be negative, the game is gonna stay bad and nothing's gonna happen, bro. Granted, it has been bad for some time now. Uh-oh, I'm getting negative. Better shut up. Anyways, so this is the screenshots we have from Spark. Now, again, I'd say generally all of the stuff is very good. And yeah, so it says, Wizards, thanks for all the feedback on the Nightmare Dungeon standard mode. Again, this is not about challenge, this is about standard. I think challenge is fine being difficult. We are working on a patch that includes several important updates. Have a look for the highlights. 1. Dungeon Recall is now working properly. That's great to hear. We cannot teleport out and get potions or get TC and come back in without having our entire progress reset. So I think that's great, and that should have been there at launch. Point number 2, implemented some zone tweaks for latency issues. Now, I'm not sure what a zone tweak means. I know there's different mazes per, every time you go in. So maybe they took away a couple of mazes, or maybe they just adjusted where the wisps are so they're in, less annoying spots. That could have been something done as well. So, either way, I'm looking forward to see what that's going to be about. Number 3, broken dreams with longer paths have been removed. Now, in case you don't know what he's talking about, or what they're talking about, is basically within the Nightmare, Challenge, and Standard, there's always 2 wisps. There's one that's a stationary wisp. It has a set path it always goes. And then there's the second one, which is what I call the roaming wisp, which is what they're talking about here. That one would typically track you, the player, and it would have a very long path. So it would go basically almost everywhere in a quadrant, and it would just hunt you down. And it was really frustrating because you would often get put in spots where you just get sandwiched and you can't do anything. You just fall over and die. Number 4, Pharaoh no longer casts his heal over time. Now, I think this is a good one because I think the only way to counter that was Triton and Pirate. I heard Snowdrift doesn't work and stuff like that. I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't really done a lot of standard mode. But having Spellmented, Pirate, and Triton be the only way to counter that, both in advanced and standard, is kind of silly. I mean, I don't really think I need to explain why. But I think that's a very nice quality of life change. And that will make the fight certainly feel easier and feel a lot better to do. Number 5, Hatred of Dingoes no longer has challenge mode stats and cheats. Why did that even get into standard? This is what we're talking about though, right? It's like, why is advanced getting into standard? But that's good to see. Again, that will be an easier fight for most people. That is referring to the solo fight on the first 4 portals, in case you guys are wondering. The Malice badge now takes 15 to earn rather than 25. So I think that's a good change. I'm honestly only at 15? I'm at 16 out of 25. Granted, I have done it all in challenge mode and not in standard. I think this is good though, because if we look at the rest of Wallaroo, these ones were 5, 10, 15, 20. I don't really understand why this one was 25. I guess they really wanted players to do the dungeon, I guess, but in my opinion, the harder the content, the longer it is. The amount of times you should have to complete it should be shorter, not longer, right? Because that's what we saw here, is the dungeon was the longest part out of all of the other Wallaroo fights. but then it also had the most completions required to get the badge. So I do think taking this down to like 10 or 15 is a very, very good idea, and I'm glad to see they are making that change. So again, in general, I'm happy to see them actually listen to the community feedback, actually implement it, you know, relatively quick. It's still not in the game. Keep this in mind, guys. Right now, it's not in the game. It's going to be in the next patch this week, this coming week. It's Monday right now as I'm recording this video. What's most impressive to me about this whole topic is the fact of the matter that KingsIsle never puts out updates this quickly. The only time they'll ever update something like this fast, or even relatively as fast, is if like the crown shop goes down. Like if we think about it, right? This update with the standard mode is taking the same amount of time as it did for the paying members in Avalon. I think this is the first time I've seen KI actually listen to community feedback really fast, actually listen to the problem and implement a patch right away. If we can do more stuff like this within the raid, within PvP, within stuff like pet making or TC audits, I think this game could really be poppin'. So I'm kind of wondering why they don't do this more often. I know this is like, you know, might be a priority because, you know, most players aren't happy with the Nightmare update, and they could probably see that in their numbers and their data, which is probably why it's a priority, right? But I think if Wiz had speed like this, or even like 2 weeks even, I think that would be great for the game within PvP, within every mode and stuff like that. So again, hats off to the devs here for actually listening to the community and getting an update out really fast. We need more stuff like this in the game. This is good change, positive Liam video, positive W for the Wiz community, great stuff. Everybody. There's still a lot of work to be done. Obviously, you know, the game's still wildly imbalanced and stuff like that within PvE and PvP, but hopefully we could get there within this year. Wiz is obviously not having a new world come out this year, next year, whatever you want to talk about. So I'm hoping that means we get more updates that are speedy like this one, and I will be very happy if that's the case personally. As a paying member, this is how you should feel. You know, you should actually feel listened to and valued as a customer. So yeah, I'm just really happy about it, and that's all I want to say for the video. Let me know your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments below, guys. Do you like this update? Do you think they missed anything? How do you feel about the speed of this, you know, update and the devs actually listening this time around? I look forward to reading your comments down there, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and sub if you made it this far, and take care, y'all.